What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? We got round 2 here of the weekly tournament. This time, warrior only, with Bologna and Erlang Shen banned. These guys had 2 bans apiece. They banned Amaterasu, Herc, Robin, and Osiris. Those have been very standard throughout this tournament, especially Robin, Osiris, Herc. Those have definitely been the go-to bans, and for good reason. I'd be very surprised to see them get through. There's a lot of warriors outside of that. And we got Chulainn versus Shadow Venom here on the tier and Chulainn. Chulainn, I think, is a really dangerous god in this tournament. I feel like he can do a lot of work. But at the same time, I just had my first ever decent Chulainn game against a Wukong, and I was up 5-0, and I still lost. So either I just don't know how to play Chulainn, which is almost definitely the case, or he's not that great in the late. We'll stay. Shadow Venom always likes to play the lower tiers in this tournament, so you see him playing the tier. But yeah, no, that's absolutely the case. Tier is one of the least viable out of the warriors in Duel, for sure, actually. So it's interesting to see that he picks him up here. But yeah, knowing the background on this player, this is definitely his kind of go-to. He likes these like niche gods, and maybe he doesn't see them as that way. You know, maybe he disagrees, thinking that they have more potential. Or I think he just likes to look to style and to have fun with it in his own way. So Shadow Venom hitting a 5 first here, but that ultimate from tier is not really too pressing yet, while there's room for Chulainn to still get out. He won't be able to dive the tower this early, unfortunately for him. We're seeing Chulainn getting pushed out very hard, and I think it's just, Tier's got fantastic lane control, and he's just such a big bully in the early game. And Chulainn, the short-range one that doesn't do as much as Tier's, full clear combo, he doesn't have quite enough. He could even be in trouble here, but a very smart ultimate. I love that. That was really, really well done. Well baited out. Ensured that he got the CC immunity for that Fearless. And he also regained a lot of health during that that monster form. I'm going to call the monster form an ultimate at least once, you guys. His ultimate is not the monster form. It's that thing. And the monster form's ultimate is, like I said, the one that... where he fears you and he does a massive scream. But yeah, so the monster form healing him up there, allowing him to stick around, and actually changing the game up, got his own pressure onto Chulainn. Shadow Venom actually missing a creep there as he backs a little too early. Both players going for the health chalices correctly. Beads from Chulainn, he's really respecting Tier's Fearless there. And that will set him back a little bit in the early boxing matches where Shadow Venom actually has a shell at his disposal. But, if the match relies on Shadow Venom hitting that one crucial Fearless and Chulainn beads it, then, that's a big ability that he just lost out on. Wow, look at this damage. What? That's crazy. I can't even believe that. He just tore him apart. Both of them just having boots. There was no red buff even picked up yet from Chulainn. Now he went and picked up the red buff. That was pre-red buff. Yeah, that's what happens when you get health chalice plus pots. I have a problem with... Chulainn, where I always go monopots on him still, because you go it on every other god except Thanatos, who I respect enough to recognize I shouldn't go it on. But this guy, come on, man. Happens every time. Ooh, smart ultimate over the wall from Shadow Venom. Does take down that blue buff. And maybe we'll be able to find this. Beads is up, though, for Chulainn. So, like I said... Oh, wow, that was such a late beads, actually. Chulainn did not do himself any favors. Ensured that he got hit by the entirety of the Fearless, actually, before using those beads. Maybe he thought he had it on the other button, That happens to me all too often, I know. But, yeah, so that was just a wasted beads and a big kill for Shadow Venom to start off the game. Yeah, you got to be quick to the beads on that tier fearless chain, because you can't. You know, there's no reason to use it towards the end of it when he's already hit you with the bulk of the damage. In fact, in that one, he just hit him with a full combo. It's not so much that you have to pre-beads it, but that you have to, you know, you just have to be quick to react. And, you know, Brosidon, generally a player that we see with quick reflexes, you know, strong mechanics all around. So it looks like a flub that it cost him. Shadow Venom's going straight into what looks like a Jotunn's here. Could be a beat stick. And just skipping the defense item, which is so core to start out on warriors. He's just going to look to keep hammering away. Yeah, that's right. And these guys, once again, are two warrior mains. Like I said, reason we have a little bit less matches this time around, a little bit smaller attendance, is because, well, there's a couple of reasons, but one of them definitely being it's a warrior-only tournament. Not everybody enjoys playing only warriors, but we definitely got all the warrior guys to come out here. Other than like Matrix, yeah, we got a lot of people that are very proficient and very happy to play these warriors at this level. Brosidon, well known for winning a lot of the 2v2s alongside Cosmos, always playing a warrior. He's a warrior main to us, Cosmos. Cosmos says he's not actually a warrior main, Brosidon. Wow, once again, the Fearless gets eaten up, actually, by... You know what? He might have actually been Fearlessing away from it. Cosmos says that Brosidon isn't actually a warrior main. He's only ever played warriors anytime we've seen him, so he's a warrior main to us. He plays enough of them. At a certain point, you gotta say it. Seda just got out of a 43-minute game that he won. Shit. Who were you against? Blood Wolf? Oh, shit. Poor Blood Wolf. I feel like this always happens to Blood Thief. 43-minute game. Hey, you Maz. Maz, you want to help me mod the tournament? Because I've been doing it on my own and juggling like fucking clown. It is a beat stick from Shadow Venom here, and he's gonna go straight into defense afterward. Definitely the right idea. I like to see that he's playing this. You know, he's playing it more by the meta too, and just making sure that he's prioritizing the right kinds of itemization and making sure that he's you know, playing up on these waves correctly and all, because Shadow Venom's kind of like a wild card. He will do the most random stuff at times in terms of what he's going to pick and how he's going to approach matchups and especially build as well. So, yeah, glad to see that, you know, while he didn't go the traditional first item defense, he's going something that makes a lot of sense. The beat stick will really help against Brosidon. First of all, Brosidon's Chalice, and then also his monster forms healing. Bad part about this matchup for Shadow Venom is that Chulainn actually does have anti-heal on his 1. I think it's like 50% too. So yeah, he's already got innate anti-heal up against Shadow Venom's healing for his 2. And it looks like we have 2 different styles here. Ooh, stolen away by Shadow Venom there. Very nice. We have 2 different styles of builds here. Brosidon looks like he's going for it, or is definitely going for the auto attack, building into an Ickful here. Whereas Shadow Venom going the burst-oriented build. Definitely, you know, the right choice for Tier to go burst, because he can't really keep up with auto attack too well. He doesn't have the best attack chain for it, and you know, he loses out on a lot by not focusing on his burst. He keeps getting baited by that. I want to see him try to wait out that ultimate. Because Brosidon didn't use it reactively that time, and in fact he used it, you know, just straight up on the creeps. Okay, thank you. It's 40% the anti-heal right now, and it's going to be 50% next patch. That is actually what I was thinking of. They were talking about how they just buffed it, and that's going to be on Tuesday. So if you guys aren't seeing this yet, yeah, it's before that most current patch. Right, and it's also only on the normal form. That's true, not on the monster form. The monster form roots. Is there anything else? Just roots, right? I mean, that's bad. It's good, but just making sure. Chulainn is not my expertise at all. Yes, this is the second round. Wow, look at those autos. Just like, fuck, man. The way that Chulainn attacks in his normal form is just like, he's like a feathery fucking duelist, man. He's just bopping you with these little cuts. Ooh, nice turnaround from Shadow Venom, but unfortunately can't get him into that pit. This ain't corrupted arena. Ickful was finished for Poseidon, that's why you see him hitting a lot harder on those autos. The autos in the monster form look hilarious too. When you see an auto attack based Chulainn running you down in the monster form with autos. We'll see where he decides to go, if he's going to go like for Frostbound or something, or he's just going to, you know, keep it straight up pen and attack speed. I imagine at some point he might go an anti-heal item as well against this tier. But we'll have to see. Yeah, another burst item picked up for Shadow Venom here. We'll see if he goes for a Titan's Bane or Jotun's. Highly doubt it's going to be the item that I always forget the name. Crusher. I like Crusher, but it's really only like the luxury last item that you go Crusher, I'd say. It's never like the priority. Good damage from Shadow Venom, but as you see, once he picked up the Nemean, Poseidon's just kind of winning these engagements. Because there's not enough boxing potential. This is a very early shell pop from Shadow Venom. If he doesn't make anything out of this engagement, it'll be unfortunate. Oh, that time, Poseidon just straight up reacted to it. That was really nice. He's lucky he can't jump over walls. He would absolutely be dead here. Can't stick around for this, so there's going to be a lot of tower pressure going Poseidon's way. Oh, wow, is he going to look for it? I feel like this could be rough. No, he's got to heal, and Poseidon actually does back up, so... Yeah, it looks to me like Chulainn has extended auto attack range, but does he? You guys? You got the Awilix thing going on, or he does in his human form? Okay, yeah, I thought so. All right, so yeah, that makes a lot of sense why it synergizes well with going into this auto attack build. I like the little teapots, by the way, that Shadow Venom is from, like this clan. This sounds amazing. Oh shit, that's a lot of damage, but Shadow Venom actually backs off. He's trying to, you know, scope out where Poseidon's gonna go. But in fact, it looks like he kind of just gave him safe passage. Without ult there, I don't think that he would have been able to catch him, but, you know. Red buff is on the way up. Definitely gotta try to secure this one. Interesting, he uses both of the twos, the two in both forms, to secure the buffs, and doesn't really go for the Fearless on them. I guess it helps make sure that his Fearless is up in that kind of instance. I always do the opposite, just fucking Fearless it and just go ham on it. But yeah, while he's in the monster form, it actually looks like going auto attack. You'll rather. Oh wow, did he just? Oh no, never mind. For some reason I thought it was a knock up and he was immune. Never mind. Oh, he's going back in on this. Yeah, it feels like with an auto attack build, you're actually benefiting more by staying in the human form, given the longer attack, longer autos there. But of course, the monster has, you know, its own overwhelming benefits. Oh, great shit. Oh, it is both forms. Oh, shit. Okay. Damn it. I was misled, you guys. I was misled by chat specifically. I told you this would be a rough game because my Chulainn, like I said, I couldn't even do an A to Z for this guy because I hate him so much and he makes my blood boil. He's so different, therefore I hate him. Xenophobia. But not really. I just can't do it. And, yeah, so misconceptions, I'm so sorry. He has the same ranged autos on both. Not ranged autos, but he has, you know, the same amount of range on his autos in both forms. Oh, he's so good at doing that. Poseidon has made sure that he just capitalizes each time, and I don't know about this with the shell. Wow, that was so close. Damn, what an impressive turnaround from Shadow Venom. He didn't come out with it, unfortunately, and this could be real rough for him going forward. The funny thing was there that Poseidon actually had his shell up as well, but neglected to use it. Didn't think that he would need to in that position, and he almost did. Would have definitely been kicking himself if he didn't end up using that shell and he went down. That's right. The monster also moves faster during the monster moves faster in general because he's got the 2 already ticking. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so the monster is good in the auto attack build as well, you guys, because he's moving faster. He's still got the ranged autos. He's got all of his other shit, his healing. So, all right, my bad. I said, bear with me. Chulainn only. But no, thanks to Cosmos in chat for clearing that up. Oof, Shadow Venom having to ult away aggressively already. He's just so afraid of this beast. And rightfully so. Right now, it just seems like like I said, he started getting the better of these engagements early on. And it's making things so hard for him to fight back into. I don't know, like I said, the auto attack build is generally the better. Let's see where he's going to go with this. It's generally the better late game build for Warrior versus Warrior always. But for Tier, like I said, doesn't have the best auto attack chain. And just his build with, oh, damn, he got squashed. This man got Hulk smashed. Yeah, it just doesn't have the best chain going forward with that, and just the best kind of itemization does not fit him for that auto attack style. So I think matchup-wise, this definitely does go to Chulainn, and you know, Brosidon definitely showing us why. He had a tough time in the early, but he's really started to come into it now. He's just going all auto attack, pretty much a ADC build. He's got the full pen build right now, Shadow Venom. Wondering where his next item will go here. Once again, you can only build single defense in this tournament, and the reason for that is, one, I didn't want it to be just a ridiculously boring, well, pretty much that's the main reason. I don't want it to be a boring slap fest for, 30 minutes, right? It just makes things a lot more entertaining if people aren't just stacking defense. And also, I felt like it might help out a little bit of the viability, too, to just not make it so overwhelmingly in favor of the better auto attack gods. But in this case, these are like the two ends of the spectrum, the opposite ends of the spectrum, where a Tier can't go auto attack very well at all, and Chulainn seems to function so well with it. So unfortunately, it looks like nothing can be done for this one, rules aside. But it's up to Shadow Venom to really try to get the outplay here and find something. He's got a Shield of Thorns over Brosidon, which is really big. Oh, wow. He's really going for this. I don't know about this. This could be real bad for Brosidon. An ultimate not available, actually, for Shadow Venom. Would have been great. Would have been able to clear up the creeps and continue the assault onto Brosidon there. But at least save some time for him. Oh yeah, my tournaments are always NA, and I always say that if if you're both EU, of course, play on EU, but it's unfortunately NA centralized, since that's my time zone, and that's when I'm playing it, so the bulk of the players are from NA. So if you're entering from EU, you're absolutely I'm glad to have you, but yeah, unfortunately you're gonna have to fight with a little bit of a handicap. And Shadow Venom is also EU actually, so we have the case of that right now. Oh, and Shadow Venom actually did sell the breastplate here and went for the Nemean. I think I like this decision from him at this point, because he's going into an auto attack build, and there's nothing better than Nemean to fight back against that. Yeah, it's helping a lot already, you can see, and the Shield of Thorns doing a good job for him. Ooh, this is a really close one. Oh wow, I don't know if Brosidon should have went back in there, but he's got an ultimate. Oh, the beads. Shadow Venom needs to stick this ultimate, but he's afraid to use it. He definitely had the opportunity. There was no jump available for Poseidon to jump over it at that point. Oh, and the Phoenix goes down because it was disabled. Wow, that's so unfortunate for me. He had his big play there. He really needed to make something happen there, but he just got a little skittish at the end and decided not to try to pull the trigger on that ultimate. He's got to go clean up these minions. I don't think he realizes these are at least 2 of them, actually. Just fire minions. He's going to be taking a lot of damage. And he's also missing out on a good amount of experience and gold there, but so he's about to hit 20. Still, of course, the gold always relevant, being able to get the 500 pots, upgrade these relics. So never mind, he's got both of them upgraded already. Early on, my man. Proactive. Poseidon actually does opt for the Toxic Blade here with a Frostbound Hammer, and that is going to make it so hard for Shadow Venom to just get away from him at this point. But at least he's got the comfort of fighting in his own Titan space here, right? So in his own well. Look at that, no healing on his side. I'm pretty sure he actually hits him with the 100% anti-heal, because he's got 60% from this and then 40% from his one. So yeah, 100% anti-heal right there. It's unfortunate that he can't have a blink in this situation, but I like the actives that he went. Unfortunately, you have to give up the luxury of blink with Tyr a lot when you play him in Duel. A lot of damage coming out from Poseidon, but not quite enough. He resets it for a little bit there. It's because he's not tanky enough. Only 1 defense item. Ooh, big pull, but the Titan's not going to find him in time, unfortunately. Wow, pops the Shield of Thorns. Was hoping that he could get something there. That's really unfortunate that he wasted that relic, because that's been the the fight turner each time. That's the one thing he has over Poseidon in this matchup. And he went for a relic dagger here. That is really interesting. Not something you almost ever see in Duel. And like I said, that Shield of Thorns being the fight turner it's absolutely true. So having the relic dagger allows him to get that more often. Hopefully it works out for him. But I feel like there's also a reason that item's not picked up much. And maybe an auto attack item, or actually this doesn't have any auto attack on it, just the movement speed. Yeah, maybe an auto attack hybrid would help him out a little bit here more. Like a wing. I don't know if you want winged, because he's going into the frostbound, so it's just like continuous slows. But maybe even just like a chins to try to get a little bit going. Not to completely make your, not to completely gear yourself up for auto attack, but to just have a little bit. Poseidon's trying to bait him over here, it looks like. Yep. Oh. Hits him real quick in the face there, but a good turnaround from Shadow Venom. However, he's got a dip, and it's a good decision from him. Beads were expended from Poseidon, so he got the advantage there. Yeah, sure, yeah, Dan. Right, wow, this damage is too real. A good shield, though. Or shell, rather. So much damage! He actually kills him with the ticks to end it. Poseidon should be able to end now. 38 seconds left on Shadow Venom's respawn timer, and a surrender vote comes out. A really impressive showing from both players, honestly. I'd love to see how Shadow Venom just kept trying to combat that matchup that he was in, and I love to see how Poseidon really came into the character and figured out exactly what he could do to press that advantage that he really had, that natural advantage. It was a really interesting game. Good stuff to both players.